I get troublesome. I already know what's going to go down. Look at no particular reason, just because this is what I've chosen to do today. Would you mind identifying, please?
PC Dean.
Okay.
Code number 17920.
Thank you. And yourself?
Okay.
Why are you lot all coming out like this? You're making me feel nervous.
Because
like.
when people start filming outside of our police station, it tends to alert red flags. Okay?
For what reason?
Mainly for terrorism. I'm not saying.
When an officer makes a remark suggesting that filming police stations is usually linked to serious threats, it carries a heavy undertone. It quietly places suspicion on you without saying it outright, a method often called implied association. In the UK, however, the law is clear. Filming in public places, including outside police stations, is completely legal. There are no rules that stop you from recording in these areas. Bringing up the word terrorism in these situations is often a way to take control of the conversation. It can create pressure, make you feel uneasy, and give the impression of a much bigger issue than what's really happening. Sometimes, this language is also used to justify further checks, such as a stop and search, under specific security laws.
Okay, but mainly because the majority of people come around, they like to film our cars, know what our registrations are, know what our police officers look like.
What?
Okay. No procedures for getting in and out of the building safely and securely. So, that in that way, they can potentially perform a terrorist attack, okay, and have it all on recording. So that's why we come down and we like to check to make sure why they are. So you asked me to identify myself.
Yeah, I'm not going to identify, no.
No. Why is that?
I'm not required to, I'm not committing any offence.
You're not required to because you're not committing any offence?
Yeah, absolutely.
However, you are in a public place.
Absolutely,
okay?
exactly.
So under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act,
okay,
you could be required to identify yourself with name and address, or you could be arrested, okay? If your
what,
behaviour is believed to be
antisocial.
Behaviour.
So am I behaving antisocially?
The officer refers to Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002, which allows officers to request someone's name and address only if there are reasonable grounds to believe that person is involved in antisocial behavior. But antisocial behavior means actions that cause harassment, alarm, or distress to the public, not simply standing outside a station with a camera. Recording in public is not antisocial behavior on its own. It is entirely lawful unless someone's conduct is actively creating harassment or disturbance. That means Section 50 doesn't apply here. In this case, the officer appears to be using the law as a way to push for personal details without proper justification. Referring to this section without clear evidence isn't proper procedure and can come across as an attempt to obtain information unfairly. For the public, it highlights the importance of knowing their rights and recognizing when powers are being stretched beyond what the law
does not constitute antisocial behaviour, no. Is that the route we're going to go down? I'm not going to give you my name. I'm not going to give you my name. I wouldn't suggest using the Section 50 power. You would have to prove that I'm behaving antisocially, causing members of the public harassment, alarm, and... Okay, so how's my behaviour?
If you're filming and the fact that you're standing outside, it cause a member of the public to walk past and feel completely distressed by the fact that you're...
How would they feel distressed by that? Am I engaging anyone else? I'm just here filming you.
You walk past...
what are we doing? And are you going to nick me now, are you?
Well, I'm going to ask you to move on, sir.
I'm not going to move on. I'm in a public place.
At the moment, you're not in a public place, sir. This is cast as a private place.
Nah, it's not.
Land generally covers roads, pavements, footpaths, and other spaces that people can freely walk through without needing permission. Even when the land is owned by the police or a local authority, if it is open and there are no signs, fences, or restrictions posted, the law still treats it as a public place. This applies to most legislation, including the Public Order Act and Section 50 of the Police Reform Act 2002. For land to be excluded, it must be clearly fenced off, locked, or subject to a specific legal restriction. So, a pavement directly outside a police station still counts as a public space under the law, and people are entitled to use it like any other pavement. This distinction is important, because it makes clear where public rights end and where genuine restrictions begin.
What are you talking about?
Tell you what, sir, if you want to be in a private place or a public place, take a step in that pavement.
No, I'm good here. I'm good here. So this is not a private place. How is this a private place? Look at where we are. Look. Do Just so the camera can pick it up, yeah? So if it...
Right, so there's your yellow lines.
No. You're talking nonsense, mate. You're talking rubbish.
talking
There you are, mate. You're trying to flex jurisdiction. Let's just pack it in. Yes, you are. I will carry on filming. No, I'm not going to step there. So we've got section 50, and now we're talking about private land. What's next? What's next?
So I'm correct in what I'm telling you.
No,
okay?
You're just flexing unnecessarily. Yes, you are.
Flex unnecessarily. You're not an issue to me. 179.
All right, I'm not an issue. No worries.
You are not an issue to me.
Good.
I have no reason to flex to you.
Good.
You are not that much of an issue.
Good. Then there should be no reason. There should be no concerns about me filming. Then if that's the case.
Well, generally there is concerns.
Well, you just said that I'm not an issue to you.
You're not an issue for me to flex. That means I'm not bothered by you. You're not big, high and mighty, okay?
Okay. It's not about me, it's about you. This is about your ego, not about mine. Not about your... Yeah, of course it is.
Your ego needs to be approved and swept and fucking stroked because you're standing...
Did you just swear?
Because, yeah, I did just swear.
So you just...
public place.
Yes, of course you're in a public place. You just committed section 5.
I'm not in a public place. Hold on.
Dean, bruh. Pack it in, mate. Pack it in, mate. Pack it in, mate. Mate, pack it in right now. Don't swear again. We're all in a public place. This is all public.
Private.
This is all public. This is all publicly accessible. Show me where the boundary is that denotes public and private. No, double yellow line doesn't denote private property. Dean, mate, you're digging yourself a hole. You're digging yourself a hole. You just swore. You started with section 50. Then you're saying private property. Even if this was private property, it's a civil matter. This is publicly accessible. This isn't private property anyway.
This is private
mate.
Land, this
This has not been good. Mate, this ain't good.
Okay.
Why are you swearing? Can I swear? Can I use the F word?
You can swear if you want, sir.
So I can say fuck, yeah?
Congratulations.
Fuck. Yeah, no, I feel good, yeah. And you did swear in a public place.
Private.
This ain't private, mate. No, it's not. You're making yourself look ridiculous. Just go back inside, mate. All right. I don't have to take a pinch of nothing. I don't have to take any advice from any of you. I'm in a public place filming, which is lawful. And you've tried to threaten me. Yeah, you have. Yes, you have. You haven't educated me. I'm educating you right now. Go on.
Like, with you standing so close to the entrance...
I'm not obstructing you, am I?
No, but you need to listen. With you standing so close to an entrance, filming, that poses security questions for us, okay? There are people who wish to do the police harm.
Okay, I'm not one of those.
Okay, but we don't know that, do we?
Well, you have to go based on what you do know.
You haven't identified yourself, so
I don't need to.
treat you as an unknown risk, so we don't know.
Why am I
labeling someone as an unknown risk is problematic because it is not a legal standard. Police decisions must be guided by reasonable suspicion that a person is involved in wrongdoing or poses a genuine threat, not simply by uncertainty or guesswork. When everyone is treated as an undefined risk, the distinction between fair policing and arbitrary suspicion becomes blurred. This approach weakens the principles of accountability and respect for individual rights, creating a situation where lawful behavior could be unfairly treated as suspicious. For public trust to exist, actions need to be based on clear, lawful grounds rather than vague assumptions.
Let me finish, so that you can't understand my point. Okay. By you standing here, common sense would dictate that poses a security risk.
Why? Is the building not secure? Like, you lot are armed, like you've got a taser. Like, what sort of security risk is it?
Standing here constantly, filming cars coming in and out.
Marked cars that are paid for by the taxpayer. I've got every right to film them.
Right next to where gate opens in and out. Like I said, you're an unknown risk. You've got a bag, we don't know what you've got on you. You could run in, you could have something on you that we don't know.
Yeah, well,
so that's why.
I mean, there's lots of members of the public that have stuff on them that you don't know.
I know, but they're not.
Are they all unknown risks as well? Yeah, well, I can be here.
Everyone's an unknown risk.
Everyone's an unknown risk. We don't live in a police state where everyone's an unknown risk and you're constantly doing surveillance. What sort of you lot have been brainwashed or something? I'm just a member of the public. Chill out. We're not all unknown risks. What are they teaching you in training? Unknown risk. Is this a police state? Do you have to spy on each other? All like, we all have to like snitch on each other? What's going on here? Like, what is going on here?
So we have to manage risk. So we always have to manage risk, and that's why we have to do unknown risk and known risk.
No.
So anything that we don't know is unknown to us, so we have to treat it with an element of caution.
Okay.
Yeah? That's fair to say, isn't it?
That's
a common sense approach to this. And because we don't know you, you've not identified yourself with us, we don't know the risks that you pose.
Would you identify yourself?
Yeah, I'm PC Cook.
Okay.
1654.
Sure.
Yeah? I'm just talking to you like I would to anybody else.
All right.
And that's the point I'm trying to impress to you today, sir. That's all.
Okay, now what?
Well, like my colleague said, because we don't know you, we don't know the risks, we are going to just ask you to move on to the public point.
This is public here. I guarantee you 100% this is public here.
But with your proximity,
And even if it was private, this is publicly accessible. Look. Just for some context, right? He's saying this yellow line denotes where it's public, where it's private. So how could this possibly be private property? Even let's say hypothetically it was private property, yeah? Who owns this property? Does the Met Police own this property, or would they hypothetically lease the property?
Owns this property.
No, they don't. Okay, right. So who pays for the council? How's the council funded? I'm pretty sure this is leased anyway. I'm pretty sure the Met don't own this.
This was gifted to us.
So,
You know that for a fact, do you? Well, you got flowers on your radio.
Why not?
I'm
so
asking
if you
why.
went into a shop, if you went into a shop and they had a counter with no barriers either side, you would know that
Yeah, that shop's not paid for by the taxpayer.
No, but behind that kiosk area, even though you can access it, is an inaccessible point. That's another common sense approach. So you can see that from there to here, and then this bit here, common sense would dictate that this is not a public part of the domain. Yeah?
Okay, well this is all paid for by tax money, so.
But you have to you understand why we're talking.
You understand how like fiscal policy works. So the government tax, and then they spend on public services, and this is that. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah, so it's a fiscal policy. It's the economic policy, right? So it dictates how spending and taxation works.
Okay, I'm not here for a lesson. I'm just trying to talk to you.
Right. And I'm just trying to explain to you
as a person,
Yeah.
from a person to a person, why we are managing the risk of somebody standing by the entrance that's constantly used to a police station.
Okay, have I satisfied that I'm not a risk?
Well, no, because we
All right. Well, how are you going to satisfy it then?
Well, we're just.
Just remember, everything I'm doing right now is perfectly legal. So just remember that, and it's not antisocial. Well, why did you backpedal on that?
I didn't backpedal.
Yeah, you did. But why are you not nicking me under Section 50 then?
Because I've got no reason to nick it. It doesn't mean backpedaling.
Okay.
I'm trying to approach you with common sense. I don't like to unnecessarily criminalise people.
Oh, thank you. Good,
So-
good.
Me and my colleague have tried to appeal to your common sense nature, but clearly.
Good. I'm happy that you're not. I'm happy that you're not criminalising people. That's good. You know of any officers doing stuff like that?
Do I know of any else
Yeah.
unnecessary criminal?
Yeah. Never heard of that. Right. Good. Good. Why? How can you? You know you swore in a public place as well.
I didn't swear.
Yeah, you did.
I did not. And if that has offended you, then I do apologise, but I did not swear in a public place.
You did. You said the F word. I've got it on camera.
I swore, but I'm not in a public place.
All right. If you say so. Are we done?
The man was simply recording outside a police station, a lawful activity in a public space. Even so, officers repeatedly tried to use different laws, including Section 50 of the Police Reform Act, to pressure him into giving his details without any genuine reason. They went further by suggesting the area was not public land and by treating him as though he posed a security risk, which simply wasn't the case. Through it all, he remained calm and firm, standing on his rights, while the officers overstepped their role, at times even speaking in an unprofessional manner. What unfolded is a clear example of police either misunderstanding or misapplying their powers in a way that appeared designed to discourage lawful behavior. This situation highlights why it is so important for people to understand their rights and not feel forced into compliance when no valid grounds exist. Knowledge is the best protection against pressure or intimidation. Thank you for watching. If you found this breakdown useful, remember to like, share your thoughts in the comments,